Hello, hello everyone. I hope y'all are having a wonderful time zone, wherever it may be. Yeah, we're gonna finish the hangout sessions that we have. I keep going into autopilot mode when it comes to playing Genshin, and I keep doing my quest beforehand, like my daily quest beforehand. My brain doesn't mean to, but it does, and I can't help it, and my brain just go burn. It just. Anyways, we're gonna pause the music. Good song though. We're gonna unmute the game and we're gonna transition. I've spent so long on Genshin today. I was able to complete the 3 world quests it gave it gave us. I completed all of it.
So these are the kind of headlines that
Do you sell shit? Wait, do you sell shit? Oh. What do you do then? I'm totally reading this and not at all confused with what's happening. I don't understand, but okay. I feel like my brain has been confuffled
Faster?
and now I don't know what to do.
Faster.
Because normally with things like that in Fontaine, that's a store. Why was he behind desk if not store? Give me store, please. Thank you very much. Are you a store? Yes! Books. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Hehehe. I have books. That got me books. What? Oh, here. I don't know what that is. Collect the robin bird. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyways, yeah, right. Right. Farzan. Panda, stay focused. But brain says, what if though? Also, isn't Farzan not a time traveling lady? Because she's cool. I like her. Also, I have my dinner right beside me. Just a heads up, so if I mute, it's because I'm eating. And I don't like that getting on stream. Oh. Yee.
Even though most of the academia's restrictions have significantly relaxed, I'm still a bit worried that the Matra might give her trouble. I need to stay here to keep an eye on the situation. Kale, can you head to Sumeru City and find out why she isn't here yet?
Does it have to be me?
Hehehe.
I'd
Hi,
only
Kale.
assign a job this important to someone I trust. Are you not feeling well?
Oh no, I'm fine. I've completely recovered. It's just that if I'm going to see her, I think I need to mentally prepare myself first.
I know. You'll have a tough time if you go by yourself. If we could arrange for someone to accompany you.
In a predicament, I see.
Oh, hey there!
Mind if I step in?
It's been a while. What a coincidence. I was just thinking about asking you to accompany Kale to Sumeru City.
Why'd you think of me?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that this matter concerns research banned by the academia. Not the sort of thing you'd shout from the rooftops. Also, you happen to know about this situation. There are very few people I can trust to be discreet right now.
About
After
who?
giving it much thought, I believe you're the most suitable person for this task.
Research banned by the academia. And something that I know about?
It's complicated, and this isn't the best place to talk about it. We'll fill you in on the details once she arrives.
Who's she?
You might have heard about her in Sumeru before. Her name is Farazan, and she's a very experienced senior researcher.
When you say very experienced...
Let's just say that a huge part of Kasharawar's mechanical research over the past 100 years has used her academic discourse and manuscripts as their foundation.
100 years? Is she human?
She is, but she vanished for 100 years because of a certain incident. She only returned to the academia after being found in the wilderness a few years ago.
Huh.
Because of that, her current personality can be a bit, strange, as is her attitude towards Kale.
Interesting.
I'm getting a headache just thinking about it.
Oh, poor Kale.
She
Kale, I
doesn't
will
have bad
protect you.
intentions, so you don't have to be scared.
I'll try.
Kale, my baby. I will protect you, Kale. Do we really have to invite her here?
Yes. Kasharawar and Spontamod researchers are often quite prejudiced, so I can't trust them with this matter. However, Farazan isn't influenced by modern thinking. In our previous correspondence through letters, she indicated that she'd be willing to help. It's already past
Interesting.
our arranged meeting time, but she still hasn't shown up.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to catch her by the academia?
I don't think so. With her personality, it's more likely that she got wrapped up in some sort of trouble. Anyway, can you go with Kale to the academia and check on Farazan for me?
Yeah. Sure thing.
Thank goodness.
Ba-dum-bum,
I'm
ba-dum-bum.
so
Bow.
anxious.
I'm counting on you two. Kale, don't push yourself too hard. Just go there and see what's going on.
Exactly.
Our task is important, but not that urgent. If Farazan really is in some trouble, come back and tell me about it. We can always reschedule our meeting.
Mm-hmm.
After all, if she's distracted by other things, it'll affect her ability to help us.
All right,
My
let's
pants
go.
are getting caught. Yeah. Let's go! I love Kale. She's so cool. What's up
Oh
tonight?
yes, and one more thing. You might find her difficult to get along with at first.
Difficult?
However, if you address her as Madam, she'll become much easier to talk to.
Address her as Madam. Got it. I love Kale so. I know, Icy. I said, hello, Icy. I hope you're having a wonderful time, son. Wherever it may be. I didn't know there was a path down here. I always thought this was like... It just like cut off here. Why did I think it cut it? Is it just because I never go down this path? Why did I always think it cut off there? That's weird. Anyways, time to teleport. Time to pee-pee poof. A mysterious senior. Ooh. Doesn't she time travel? Didn't Farazan time travel? Isn't that like her whole thing?
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, could you repeat yourself? As you know, I'm sure, hearing goes with age.
Farzan, I said that you need to give us an answer.
An answer for what?
Ah, yes. And did you forget to add Madam when you addressed me earlier?
Your hearing is perfectly fine.
What do you mean?
Madam Farzan, we don't want to make things difficult for you. However, you haven't been teaching courses or supervising theses these past few years. Isn't this rather problematic as an advisor?
Maybe.
Never mind the students. Even other advisors are starting to complain.
Oh.
And who, if I may ask, complained? If they have any issue with me, tell them to talk to me themselves rather than waste any of your time.
Her eyes are triangles.
You don't have to tell me anything. I very well know that it's those people from Haravatat. How I wish they'd put their time into doing proper research instead.
But, Madame Farazan, it has been a long while since
But,
you last
Madam.
made any practical academic contribution yourself.
Academic contribution cannot simply be divided between the tangible and the intangible. The issue here, I believe, is that the reviewer doesn't understand the very nature of knowledge itself. In any case, it makes no sense to use a metric like this to evaluate a mentor. Which sage set this rule anyway? I should write a letter of complaint right this instant.
Wait! Madame Farazan, please let me finish.
That's her, all right. But the person with her doesn't look like a Matra.
She looks so young.
Shh! She hates it when people call her young! Her body apparently stopped aging during the year she was gone. So that's why she looks the same as she did 100 years ago.
So she disappeared for 100 years. What in the world happened to her?
Okay, I think I'm ready for this. Let's go!
Also, a bunch of the world
Anyway,
quests, by the way, that I
Akara
did.
Crafts and the leader of Kasharawar would like to invite you to collaborate on this project.
Also, a bunch of the world quests that I did today, because I did all of the Fontaine world quests today, because my brain went burr. Because I really wanted all of the waypoints. All of them, just kind of confirmed that we can talk, we have like some sort of like telepathic connection with Paimon, so we're able to converse with each other. But then we're also able to see the thoughts of other characters as well, which is very interesting. And of course I would probably like speculate and whatnot, probably been confirmed several times before, but I'm just like, huh, this is my first time hearing about this. This is interesting.
They're wondering if you'd be interested. Madame Farazan? Are you listening?
No, she's not.
Kale, why are you here at the Academia? Are you feeling better now? I'm much better, Madame Farazan. It's all thanks to the Traveler and the Dendro Archon. Have you been sleeping well? You seem to be developing some eye bags. Is that brat Tainari forcing you to stay up late again?
Brat!
No, it's because I'm a slow learner. It's not
Tainari got called a brat.
It's good to be hardworking, but you need to take care of your health. I'll have to give Tainari a right talking to when I see him. I'll also prepare some health supplements for you. There's really no need. Ah, and is the person beside you the legendary Traveler?
Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Madam.
I've heard much about you before. In fact, I've been meaning to meet you for a while now.
Oh, okay.
It is thanks to you, after all, that the Academia is finally getting back on its feet. Even Kali's illness is...
Madame Farazan, I believe we were still discussing the collaboration with Akara Crafts.
I'd wager it's those Kasharawar dunderheads finding excuses so that I'd go to their darshan. Say no more. I have no plans to change my field of research.
If you're this unwilling to participate in the collaborative project, you can also consider teaching a class. It might be difficult to teach a course with topics that only fall within Haravatat's subjects, but we can't delay this anymore. You need to give an answer. You can teach a course or participate in a collaborative project. If you don't do either, it'll be hard for me to persuade the advisors and students who have been complaining.
Sounds like an internal academia dispute. This seems to have nothing to do with Tainari's request.
Could you not give me a few more days to consider? This matter has been delayed for so long already.
That's precisely the issue.
Oh, because she takes too long?
Today, I fear that
Time means nothing to her now? Because she's over 100?
What a waste of free time these folks are.
Wait,
Now you two are here at Tainari's behest, I take it.
so does she just live forever now?
It looks like I'll have to come over some other day.
Kale seems like she wants to say something. please, give me a moment with Kale.
Of course. I shall need some time to think as well.
Okay. Kale,
What
beloved.
now? She seems so
Pat,
busy.
pat.
Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Pardees DI, so he hasn't returned to Gandharville for several days now. I feel for
What's he
Madame
working
Farazan,
on?
but I still want to ask her to come with us. But if I get her in trouble with the academia, then she won't have the time to help Master. What should I do?
Cry, cry, cry,
This is such a
cry.
headache.
Let's help her solve her current. Let's think of a way to get her to Paris die. Okay, let's help her resolve the problem
that would
first.
be the best for them both. I'll check with Master later and see if there's anything I can help him with. But I'm sure he'll say, the best thing you can do now is study hard, so I don't have to give you remedial lessons.
I can stay and help Farazan.
Huh? Oh yes! This way she can get her problem sorted out quickly, and then she can go see Master.
Yee.
So if I also stay and help... that still sounds kinda scary.
It's okay. You don't have to force yourself.
Okay then. I'm counting on you.
It's like, I'm not gonna like Kale. I won't force Kale to stay with me. I can handle Farazan.
I have to teach students from Haravatat or owe Kasharawar a favor. It strikes me that they might be even less happy about such a deal than I am.
I think I can sympathize with them.
We're back, Madame Farazan.
Hi.
The Traveler said that she can stay and help you.
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more. In fact, I'm rather curious about the type of person the Traveler is. You were the one who taught Azar a lesson after all. That said, will I be troubling you?
It's no trouble at all.
Is that so? Good. It does so happen that I do have something I need help with.
Oh?
Now, should I apply to teach a course with Haravatat, or join the collaborative project that Kasharawar is proposing? Honestly, I don't want to choose either of them.
Let's hear about the collaborative project, or let's hear more about... Well, she likes teaching, but what would she be teaching? I can't remember what Haravatat... I can't remember what that, Darshan is. Is it Darshan? I know nothing of Sumeru. Hold on. Let's see, what is it? That, active. So the main is symbiotics. Oh, it teaches. Oh yeah, girl,
You might have heard of it before. Haravatat is an academic faction that researches languages and runes.
Of course it's.
100 years ago, Madame Farazan was a researcher from that Darshan.
Now, not was. Still am.
Yes, of course. But current Haravatat students can't really,
Of course, as soon as I
understand her
research
direction
it,
of research.
I just.
So even if she opened a course, chances are that no one would attend.
Direction of research?
In summary, I mean to interpret the configurations and solutions of ruin mechanisms via the deciphering of on-site stone carvings and unearthed documents.
Interesting.
It'll include research into general documents dealing with such ancient machines.
The research
Cool.
method is supported by Haravatat, yes, but the content deals heavily with both ruins and mechanisms. This will make it difficult for students of this Darshan
tree
because
is
they don't
wonky.
understand much about mechanisms. Also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored ruins left nowadays, and Kasharawar researchers have been developing their own theories on mechanisms. As such, they don't need to rely on ancient documents.
So she's doing a very niche research. So this subject is what you might call a sunset industry. Oh.
They're far too complacent. Ancient mechanisms are more dangerous and complex than one might imagine. I'm
True.
telling you, things weren't like this 100 years ago. All researchers back then were interested in exploring knowledge from a variety of topics.
Oh?
They also gave more respect to unknown mechanisms.
Oh.
Nowadays, all people are interested in are mainstream subjects in popular research. Even if they attended my course, I wouldn't be interested in teaching them.
All them kids
Also,
interested
the
in
people
being
here think that my research is
influencers and
outdated
whatnot.
and unrealistic, so they keep cutting my funding.
Damn.
Why, I think they could all stand to learn from Kale. She's a hard-working child and respects her elders.
Huh? Why me?
Aww. Oh, Kale.
If only those who came to my lectures were more like you. Speaking of which,
Ah.
are you feeling better? You don't have to confine yourself to Gandharvaville anymore, right?
I just remembered that I have a lot of studying to do. I need to head back and find Master.
Wait, I have an idea.
Hmm?
Kale needs to learn how to read, and you need to learn need to learn to, and you need to teach a course.
Are you telling me to start a reading course for Kale?
Wait.
Doesn't Kale already know how to read?
Although Tainari has academic dealings with the academia, he isn't considered part of it. This means that Kale isn't technically a student.
Can't it be a public course? Does she have to hold this class in the academia?
No, she's right. The old academia became consumed by their arrogance precisely because they ignored the public. There must surely be many people like Kale and Sumeru who are passionate about learning but cannot study due to various reasons. The old academia paid no heed to them. But if I start a reading course for Kale as a pilot, perhaps this shall come to benefit many more people in the future.
I'll need to go back and ask if this is in accordance with regulations.
Oh, save yourself the extra trouble. I'll come with you. If there's any arguments to be had, we shall sweep them aside together. Traveler, Kale, do wait for us a little while outside the academia.
Okay.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Wait! Let's catch up with her.
What do you mean? She said to wait. Wait, but why are we catching up with her? I guess we're catching up with her. Look at Chichiko. Look at her go. Dun 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 dun. See, I don't think I've seen the party setup for it. Yo. Okay, riding Shoguns is sick. Okay, Chi-Chis. This is so simple and elegant. Why is Baiju so simple? Okay, I'm happy. That's all I wanted. Very simple.
I can't believe she rushed right in after we arrived. She's really headstrong. Oh, how did things turn out like this?
You seem quite scared of her.
No, not really. Madame Farazan is a brilliant scholar. Even Master thinks so. If she's really going to teach me how to read, it'll definitely be much better than me bashing my head against the wall. It's just that she can get a bit too passionate sometimes. I don't know how to handle that.
The way she treats you is completely different from how she treats researchers.
Maybe it's because she wants to take me in as a student? It's just like that researcher said. The academia has completely changed during the 100 years that Farazan was gone. I don't really get it, but it does seem like Haravitat's students aren't optimistic about the prospects of doing research with her. Students who are interested in mechanisms and applications of the elements generally enroll in Kasharawar and Spatamad. Madame Farazan also refuses to accept random students just to make up numbers. She still hasn't found a student she likes, even after all this time back.
Oh, she's a teacher with no students.
But she seems to like my attitude toward learning, so she often asks me if I'm willing to become her student. It's because I'm a slow learner that I have no choice but to stay up late and study. Whenever she compliments me, I feel really guilty.
Come on. Come on, Kale. Don't feel guilty. Lots of people stay up and study. So you're scared of her because she keeps asking you to become her student.
It's not that. Madame Farison respects my choices. She hasn't been trying to persuade me, especially since she knows I need to rest and recuperate. She sometimes brings food to Gandharvaville for me, and each time she says that Master can't find out.
That sounds like something a grandmother might do for her granddaughter.
Now that you mention it, it does feel a bit like that. Do I really look that young?
Kale, traveler, thank you for waiting. The issue has been resolved.
That was fast.
I argued with the higher-ups and convinced them of the practicality and necessity of educating the general public. If I'm not mistaken, they're the students of my classmates' students. They're a lot less forceful than their predecessors, though. I'd say they caved rather quickly.
Amazing.
Uh, real quick, I gotta go BRB. Like actually, I didn't think I would have to, but apparently I do. I'm very, very, very sorry. Uh, I'll be back. I'll be back as soon as I can. Hi, I'm back. Oh god, that took so much longer than I thought it was going to take. I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm back. How are y'all, chat? I hope y'all are doing well. Anyways. Back we go. I forgot what we were doing already. What were we doing? We were doing something. We were hanging out with Kale, playing Bendy. I don't think that was it. I don't think we were playing Bendy, but you know what? That's fine. Amazing. Were they convinced or they concurred?
It's just that we need to fill in every single page of the application. It's
I
been a
got hair in my
century,
mouth.
but the academia is as picky as ever. Let's see now. What do we need to fill in? Course name, learning objectives, teaching methods,
Teaching
course
methods?
materials.
Oh boy.
I suppose we can fill in the course name last.
Our learning objective is to teach people to read, right?
That's a bit too general, I'd say. After all, this class's target audience
Hello,
isn't
new
toddlers or
member.
children,
That
but
I've definitely
rather
never seen
people who
before.
already know the basics of reading. As such, we'll need a more specific
New
learning
cub.
objective.
Remember, cub.
How about proficiency in reading and writing?
Ooh.
That's true. If we use children's teaching materials, we'll only end up wasting a lot of time on things that
Wow,
students would already know.
Wow, two new cubs. Wow. Oh boy. Hello, new cubs. That I've totally never ever seen before and definitely don't have mod or subs. Nice to meet you for the first time.
And you have your job
Hope
as a
you're
forest
having
ranger,
a lovely
Kale.
zone.
People who attend
Like a
this course in
panda
the
cub.
future are also likely
That's
to have
what
life
you are.
commitments.
You're all panda
We
cubs.
need more effective teaching methods.
Isai? Isai. Hello, Isai. So, other than teaching materials for children, what other learning methods does Kala use?
Master always tells me that practice is the best way to learn. That's why I often ask him to help me find simple books to read.
It must have been difficult to get books in Sumeru in recent years, no? Tainari really went the extra mile for you.
Aww.
Expanding literacy is a capital notion. Now that the academia is easing restrictions on the circulation of books, there should be
Yay!
more people who have become interested in reading.
More books.
It's a great time to conduct this course.
So, we've got teaching methods sorted out. How do we choose our course materials then?
So that's next on the list. I fear that I'm at a loss as to which books youngsters like nowadays. Would The Legend of Antara be too old of a story?
A Legend of what? How old is that story exactly?
Fair. Kale, what have you been reading lately?
Yob.
I've been reading light novels from Inazuma.
Isai and Yob.
I heard that ever since we were allowed to sell books in Sumeru again, some people set up stalls at Treasure Street to sell light novels. I've been meaning to go there and check it out.
Light novels?
Is Kale
This is my
into
first time
manga?
hearing about such a
Hell
thing.
yeah. Manga,
I
manga?
doubt I will procure suitable teaching
Manga, manga?
materials from the House of Dana. Treasure Street it is.
Wait
Mango?
for us, Madame Farazan.
Mango.
You wouldn't think someone as fast as her is over 100. Let's pick up the pace and catch up to her.
Kale's into reading mangoes.
What a long and mildly ungrammatical title. And why is the cover so colorful?
Manga.
Is this your first time seeing a light novel, ma'am? Oh, they're the most popular of books nowadays. Would you like me to recommend something?
Fine. One shouldn't judge a book
Is-
by its cover after all.
Farazan, the true
Maybe
boomer.
browse through the books here.
Of course. Why don't you try this one? It's Outlander Brigade, when the wind of death blew towards the blonde samurai.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh.
I heard that this book's author describes action in vivid detail.
Now,
How
I've
do I
only
tell
skimmed through
them?
a few pages, but it feels like it's all fight scenes. There are only subjects and predicates, and the syntax is a tad simple.
Subjects? Predicates?
The protagonist just ends up fighting in every scene with no proper build-up. Will anyone even enjoy a story that's only comprised of fights?
It's for readers who don't care about plot. There might be some people out there who will. There might be people out there who will. I like fight
how
scenes, really
about-
cool.
The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat Sunsetias to become stronger.
I mean, that's a good title.
Reincarnation isekai story? Those are pretty popular right now.
Isekai? What in the world is that? Also, why does it become stronger by eating Sunsetias?
Wow, she really hasn't been around for like super long. Damn, how long has she been back for? Cause she dipped for 100 years and then came back. How long? Like, is this like a recent? Like, she recently came back? Like, what's your deal, girl? These are what we call tropes.
Tropes? Ah, those fictional rules used to push the plot forward, yes? They're
not
definitely
necessarily.
effective in achieving a distancing effect.
Sorry. What is this distancing effect?
However, this book doesn't explain how reincarnation correlates to becoming stronger. Such an illogical rule will affect the coherence of the story. Will readers really accept this?
There might be people out there who will. It's for readers who don't care much for logic.
How about this? I had to fight tooth and nail to get this in stock.
Oh?
Oh, that's the latest volume of Onibudo!
Now that's a rather normal title length. Oh, Kale, do you like this series?
Yes, but I don't like it that much.
She clearly recognized the latest volume at a first glance. She embarrassed to admit that she likes books like that.
Madam, are you going to use this series as teaching material?
Oh, she'd be so
Let me
down for it.
see. The dialogue flows quite well, but there are too many phrases here that I don't recognize.
So?
Third eye of perception, illusory mirror, and so on. Aren't these terms that are tied to tropes?
No, not necessarily.
I also thought those names were strange when I was reading them.
She was able to those phrases those phrases in such a serious tone.
It's impossible to derive the meaning of these
I don't
phrases
want
in
to pronounce the
isolation.
other word. It breaks
Also,
my brain.
their morphological properties are quite pedestrian, really. Or did the protagonist
Pedestrian?
purposely create these strange names to disorient their foes?
I think it's because such names are fancy.
So there's no deeper purpose.
They're
It's
pretty.
quite hard to understand stories written these days.
You're right. It's such a weird book. But you keep wanting to read the next page.
I've been wanting to create like a pantheon of like a bunch of gods or whatnot. Well, I guess that's kind of what a pantheon is. But yeah, and I wanted like the head god to be like known as the Lady of the Dunes. And she'd be like basically like ruling over in like a desert or something, and that would be like her area. I don't know exactly how I would go about it though, but I've been wanting to do it for a while. My brain just hasn't. I kind of have a design for her, but not really. It's all in my brain and I have like nothing almost. But I think it's cool. I like cool names like that. Lady of the Dunes is also a sick ass name.
Even the most popular book in Sumeru back then had greater depth than anything written today.
The most popular book back then?
Yes. A Bahumano researcher wrote it while researching folk legends.
Ooh!
The plot had many twists. The world building was fantastic, and even the writing could withstand scrutiny. When it was still being published, many people in the academia were reading it.
She's reading Harry Potter.
Even the sages back then all described the story as a timeless classic. The series must have concluded after so many years, right? Perhaps it's even more popular now.
Is there a book like that in Sumeru? I've never heard of such a thing before. What's the title?
Yeah.
It's called Tales of Shariar. Do you sell it here?
Tales of Shariar? I don't think I've heard of that before. When was it published?
Yeah, when was it published?
About 100 years ago.
Oh, so that would be why.
100 years ago? Are you pulling my leg? What sort of book can remain popular for 100 years?
The legend of Antara is popular to this very day, isn't it? I just heard someone telling it a few days ago in a cafe. If an old story like that is still being shared, then Tales
So
of
she's been
Shariar
here
must
and
be
around
even
for a
more
couple of years,
popular.
okay.
Even if that is the case, I really don't carry that book here in my store.
What?
What?
Is that because of the academia's strict control over books in recent years? I can't believe they've allowed the people of Sumeru to become so uncivilized.
So
How can
uncivilized.
they not know about the Tales of Shariar?
Tales of Shariar? Oh, wait. I think I heard an antique seller on the other end of Treasure Street
Oh my god, it's
mention
an
that name
antique!
before. I mean, it is a book from 100 years ago. Why do you try asking for it there?
Tales of Shariar is considered an antique now? How could the academia have let such an excellent work of
Oh,
literature
that's
be forgotten like
beautiful.
this? Traveler, Holly, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's meet at the
It's an
antique sellers.
antique.
Madam, wait! Oh no, this is bad.
What's wrong?
You asked me why I'm scared of Madame Farazan, right? It's not because I don't know how to respond to her kindness. It's because I'm afraid of that ancient language she researches, because I can
Oh.
barely understand any of it. What if she uses ancient texts as teaching material?
That book's only 100 years old, Kale. I doubt this counts as a book written in an ancient language.
Even so, what if researchers from 100 years ago like to use ancient languages in their books? We've got to catch up to her!
That just means they're nerds. They're a bunch of nerds. It's fine. Can I take my
A
books from
book
you?
that was popular 100 years
I'm
ago.
standing on the books.
Doesn't sound like something that'd be popular now, to be frank.
I stand on the books. Look at me stand. My ankles are made out of rubber. I was about to say steel, but then they wouldn't move as well. Oh, now I'm just phasing through the books. I am big brain. Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go this way. To the antique store! That's not... No. There we go. Self-proclaimed millionaire. I feel that.
Found it!
I wish to be a
This volume of
self-proclaimed
Tales of
millionaire, but I'm
Shariar.
not.
Wow, you actually found it!
I
never thought
have
this book would
a
ever get
cent to
sold.
my name. That is it.
All right, that's our teaching material secured.
Uh-oh.
We also now know what to call this course. Analysis of classical texts.
Oh
After all,
no.
this book is definitely worthy of being called a classic.
Can I take a look?
Uh-oh.
Luckily, the language being used here isn't ancient at all. I can recognize a few words here and there.
Yay!
But why aren't there pictures in this book?
As long as the writing is good, readers won't need any illustrations to imagine the scenes. Worry not, I shall thoroughly explain the difficult sections. You'll like this book, I know it.
As someone who has a hard time with reading, pictures are very helpful because they give my brain a break. Pictures are necessary, please and thank you. I am on Kali with this one. Please give me pictures.
After all this time, I wonder if Aaliyah and Aziz ended up together. And who obtained the Desert Gem in the end? Sir, do you have the subsequent volumes of this series?
I don't think so.
The fact that it's an antique
that
is amazing.
So? And here I thought I could finally read the ending. Never mind, I'll keep searching for the later volumes myself. If I'm to use
Damn.
it as a teaching material, it's better to start earlier in the series. Where are the first 4 volumes? Why aren't they all together?
I don't have those either. Actually, this is the only volume I have.
Interesting.
Is this series really that popular?
No. It's not popular at all. Rather, there's absolutely no demand for it.
No demand? Impossible. Back then, I'd come across at least 3 groups of people talking about it during a single stroll at the academia.
Seriously? No one told me that this book was anything special when I first got it.
Oh, that's because it fell out of style.
Where did you get this from? Can you still contact the seller?
I'm afraid not. This book was sold together with a whole bunch of antique furniture. I didn't even notice it initially.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Otherwise, the Matra would have come knocking. Wait, is this book actually worth a lot? It can't be, right?
It doesn't look valuable.
That's impossible. No matter how strict the academia was, there's no way Tales of Shariar could have fallen into such a state.
I do remember a passerby skimming through the book a few days ago. However, he simply sighed and left.
Who is this guy?
He sighed? Why would he react like that? Given the quality of Tales of Shariar, he should have been entranced after a single glance.
She is just...
I'm sorry. Traveler, Kale, please give me a moment. I'd like to look through this book first.
She's just becoming an entire fandom all on her own for this one book. And I'm all down for it. I don't know what the book is reading about, or what exactly it is, but I am down for this. First one quickly flips through the pages.
Why is there another misunderstanding between Aaliyah and Aziz? Also, why is there no mention of the Desert Gem at all? And a new character is introduced with no foreshadowing at all? Also, what are all these new names and terms? Is this really the Tales of Shariar I know?
Well,
Damn.
that passerby reacted in much the same way.
Who was the passerby in any case?
It's Mada from the cafe over there. You know, the fellow who spends all day telling the legend of Antara. Since that's also a very old story, maybe he knows a thing or two about that, Tales of, whatever it's called.
Sorry, Nariar.
Then let's go ask around at the cafe. Huh?
She's already gone.
Barizon? Huh? Oh, yes.
Oh, she's sad now. No. No. Oh no, I'm sad. I want to go see if I can buy books from this one guy. I like the Sumeru. Oh, he's not here. Well, I'm sad. There's no place to buy books in Sumeru, at least not to my knowledge, and that's upsetting to me. Oh, Kitty! Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Get Hoyoverse, please. This is all I asked for. I just want to pet the cat. That's all I want to do. Hoyoverse, please. Please listen to me, Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse, please. All I want to do is pet the cat. Pet the cats and the dogs. That's all I want to do. I need to show them that they're good, pets, that they're good animals. It's a good gato, and it needs to know it. Hoyoverse, please. I beg you. Please. Oh, hi.
Another day, another empty room.
Excuse me? But are you Mada?
Yes.
Uh,
Are you here to listen to
Mada.
my story?
To listen to my story.
We actually came to ask about something else.
I forgot that he was a storyteller.
I see.
Sorry.
Kale,
fine.
my beloved,
I'm used
I
to it,
love
more or
you.
less. So, how can this terribly unpopular storyteller help you?
Do you know about
Oh
Tales of Shariar?
no! Tales of Shariar Nayar.
Tales of Shariar? Why, I can barely remember the last time anyone talked about it. My master always talked about how incredibly popular that book used to be. However, I tried reciting a few chapters of it at the cafe, and I found that it's even less popular than the Legend of Antara.
Your master?
Yes, the one who taught me how to be a storyteller. He said that Tales of Shariar was written by his master's master's master. He also said that this great-great-grandmaster was an academia researcher, and that even the sages liked the series. He wrote 4 volumes back then, and the reviews just got better and better. You couldn't find a single person in Sumeru who hadn't read his books.
And then? What happened next? Why doesn't anyone know about Tales of Shariar now?
Shariar.
Oh, it's hard to tell when it comes to trends. One day everyone likes stories like that, and the next day their tastes change completely. Instead of writing a proper ending, this great-great-grandmaster kept trying to extend the story. To tap into popular trends, he added a lot of tropes. Then, starting from the 5th volume, the reviews started to go downhill.
Aww.
How could that be? Then what happened to Tales of Shariar in the end?
In the end, there's no ending. The great-great-grandmaster tried to write a few more volumes, following whatever trends were popular at the time, but the
that's
trends
so
kept
sad.
changing right as he published his
No.
books. He got so infuriated that he stopped writing altogether and focused on his research instead.
What? So there's no ending? The readers didn't care?
By that time,
so
only a
sad.
very small number of people were reading Tales of Shariar. Anyway, my master probably exaggerated. How could a work possibly have been that popular? The only tangible thing my great-great-grandmaster left is the original draft of Legend of Antara. He also left behind many theses from his research phase. When my master talked about Legend of Antara, he'd even quote from those theses.
Damn.
My master is a much better storyteller than me. Even when we're telling the same story about Antara, he's always able to draw in a huge crowd. But even he won't recite Tales of Shariar due to its ever-changing writing style and its lack of an ending.
So,
Lark of an
Antara's
ending.
story is the one that lasted through the years.
Well, not even sages can definitively ascertain the quality of something like a story. In the end, only time
Should I
can
rate a story
separate
on
the
stream? That could be
classics from
fun.
the fads.
Only time?
Madame Farazan?
It's been 100 years. Perhaps some things I once believed to be great aren't so after all.
No, I think you don't have to worry about that. The story's decline might have been due to changing trends, but it doesn't matter if it's a classic or a fraud. Or fade. Fad? Fade? Fa. What matters is that you liked it.
Yeah! Master helped me find a lot
Peepo
of famous
Cat.
books at first, but
Wide
In the end?
people hug.
I realized that I couldn't get into them. No matter how good those stories are, I can't improve my skills if I can't bring myself to read them in the first place. I think the best books for me are the ones I like.
The problem here is not actually about improving your reading skills. But I suppose the principle is the same.
Huh. Indeed. That is true. Readers' interests and trends of a time are not things that are so easily predicted. What was popular 100 years ago could be completely forgotten in modern times, and yet 100 years as far as history is concerned is but a blink of an eye.
It is but a
If
blink of
Tales
an
of
eye.
Shariar hadn't chased after trends and instead stuck to its original style from start to finish, it might have stood some chance of gaining renewed popularity. No, even if that didn't
Gain
happen,
popularity.
at least it would be a work that was true to itself.
Huh? Our conversation just got a lot more serious.
I don't really get what you're talking about, but it does sound sensible. Looks like I also have to hang in there and tell Antara's story well.
You should think about the present first. You should think about your income first.
How unseemly. I almost got carried away because of a single book. Well then, we should get back to the matter of our teaching material. It looks like we can't use Tales of Shariar now.
How about the Legend of Antara?
No, it's much too old.
Oh.
Kale, you found a book that you liked at the bookstall, yes?
Are we gonna use Kale's
Yes,
book?
but I don't really...
You don't really...
Then we'll use that book as our teaching material. Now
Kale
that I think
book.
about it,
Kale
using a
book.
book that you like is the most suitable choice for teaching you how to read. As for the academia,
I always forget
as
that...
long as we come up with an appropriate course name, we should be able to get away with this.
Perhaps analysis of popular literature might do the trick.
My, it sounds like you've dealt with the academia before.
Those bracelets look
Let's go
so
with that.
uncomfortable.
Now then, let's return to the book vendor in a bit and buy the latest volume of this Onibudo for Kale. Ah, but if I wish to use it as teaching material, I have to read it first.
Huh?
She's gonna read manga?
Speaking of which, other than third eye perception and illusory mirror, I also espy
Illusory
some
mirror.
unfamiliar phrases from the
Oh,
reader's
that's
messages
right.
at the back of the book. Such things as, even if it reminds me of my dark history, I still can't help but be drawn in by the story. And the author has written all the things that I only dare whisper into a tree hollow. Why do people use dark history to refer to awkward or embarrassing memories? Is this some slang that was invented in the last century? If one of our learning objectives was researching linguistic changes over the past 100 years, it
Why
might
do I-
make it easier to get these books approved as teaching material.
Oh, I can tell you what that's all about. Apparently, in their youth, some people used to imagine themselves as someone burdened by fate,
Dun,
fighting
dun,
against the
dun.
world, etc. But as they grew
I-
older, they
it's-
started
that's
to
how you spell
become
Asura?
embarrassed by
What?
such memories. Some would write those fantasies into
That's
novels, while
weird.
others would entrust such tales to tree hollows.
Mata? You know, I suddenly have the urge to hear a story about Antara.
Uh-oh.
Why so suddenly?
I think we can ignore the whole dark history thing just for now. It's good. It's good to reminisce on an old tale once in a
I
while.
knew it. There will always be people who love the golden oldies. Now, let me tell you all about the ancient hero, Antara.
Picture time. Yeah. Somebody push me out of the way. How fucking dare you? Mayo. Mayo. Give me your coffee beans. I have 900 coffee beans. Let's make it 1,000. Am I ever gonna use these? Probably not, but I have 1,000 now. Nothing can stop me. I thought there was always a man that sat there. Kihihihi. Mwahahaha. Kale reads manga. Hihihi. I also need to do a bunch of exploring around, what is it? I need to finish exploring Liyue. Because Liyue is... It's sad. It's so sad. It's sad. It's so sad. Ah! Going all over the place. I need to finish, exploring Sumeru. Sumeru's just a pain in the ass to explore, though. It feels so big, and it feels like there's, like, no end to it when I try to explore it. But I love that, Kale canonically reads manga, and it makes me super happy. Canonically, Kale reads manga. Alright. Boop. Boop. We continue our story.
What now? Master said there's I feel for, but if I get her in But if someone does complain to the academia, wouldn't it make Farazan's situation more awkward? And
Maybe.
if the academia investigated and found her at Party's DI, things would get even worse for her. Do you have some way to invite her over to Party's DI without stepping on the academia's toes?
Let's observe this situation first. I do have makings of an idea.
Okay then. I'm counting on you.
Is it just going...
I have to teach students.
Madam Farazan, we're back!
Please, Madam Farazan, focus. Today's the deadline.
Actually, Tenari wants to invite her to discuss some research.
Huh?
Yes. I see. No wonder he sent you two over. Why, that lad didn't make it very clear in his letter, now did he? Otherwise, I would have reported it as part of my research.
Yeah, that's right!
We're getting her out.
To explain everything to you.
Wait. Opportunities for collaborative research don't just come out of thin air. This seems like too much of a coincidence.
What do you mean?
Also, there isn't much overlap between Madame Farazan's research and that of Amorta, right? What will you even be collaborating on?
He's nuts.
Master wants to research,
A fully automated irrigation system.
A fully automated irrigation system?
Precisely. It's a system that can automatically adjust the amount of water it provides based on the season and the plant species involved.
Ooh.
I saw a similar mechanism while exploring a rune in the rainforest. That's why Tainari wanted to collaborate with me.
A mechanism like that exists? Why haven't I heard of it before?
Because it's not well discovered.
I found it 100 years ago, so it's only natural that you don't know about it. Why don't you go ask your teacher's teacher? Perhaps they've heard about it from their teacher.
But we can't prove its existence one way or the other, right?
Fret not. I'll have Tainari write an official proposal to the academia later. That should do it, right?
An official proposal. Fine. We haven't made any progress with either the collaborative project or the elective course anyway.
Oh no.
I'll go inform my superiors now. Please do take care of the paperwork as soon as possible.
Okie dokie.
Don't delay this any longer.
Okay, but what if though?
Sure. I'll be sure to needle him until he gets it done.
The researcher leaves and clearly still having
Phew.
trouble.
I think she bought it.
That was quick thinking back there.
Even though this is our first meeting, I must say, we make a good team.
We do.
Wow! You made up that excuse on the spot, huh? Madam Farazan, did you really find an irrigation system 100 years ago? If the academia asks for any details...
Who knows? It's been 100 years, so it wouldn't be too surprising if I've forgotten a few details, no?
Huh? Then how will we explain things to them?
I'll let Tainari worry about whatever documents we might need to send to the academia. If I'm right, the request he has in store for me won't be any simpler than the academia nonsense.
Alright. Onwards. What are they working on? I want to see what they're working on.
Master, we're back! Huh? Where did he go?
You don't have to shout. I can hear you. Well,
I want to pinch your
you
ears
got
so
here much
badly.
faster than I expected. I thought you'd have a lot more business to take care of.
Thanks to the Traveler, I was able to, pawn off various problems of mine onto others.
Onto others? What does that mean?
Jeez, that.
We can discuss that later. You're looking for me because of the thing you mentioned in the letter, right?
That's right. Please follow me.
Oh? Dog Boy is still alive? That's Dog Boy number 2. He has a new voice and it sounds so good. It's the voice. The person who voices him is the guy from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Oh my god, wait, it's a robot! Yo! I don't know how to pronounce that!
A monster? Why is there a monster here?
It's not a monster!
Don't be scared, Kale. This is the mechanical life form the Traveler
It's
and
the
I saved a while
robot!
back. Its name is Karkata.
Kakata!
It's the final work of a late junior of mine.
You mean Abatui? He must have been a genius to create one of such polish all by himself. It's uncommon that a Spontamod researcher is able to create such an intricate machine. If he were still around,
Robo.
we could probably chat the day away. What a shame.
Oh, is he like a low power mode or something?
Something seems wrong here. Have you been maintaining it? Mechanical life forms are much more fragile than they look. Is Karkata sick?
It's a robot.
Karkata has been lying down like this since a few days ago. It could be an old malfunction acting up again. I've taken a few courses conducted by Spontamod before, so I've managed to perform some passable repairs on Karkata's energy supply module. However, it seems the issue this time is with its transmission.
Interesting.
My knowledge can only prevent its condition from deteriorating any further. But Madame Farazan, you should be able to find a way to repair it.
Not necessarily. Mechanical life forms are created using techniques from alchemy, elemental science, and more. There are multiple
Alchemy?
modules here that influence each other. A simplistic knowledge of mechanisms will not serve here. You know that as well. Each mechanical life form is very different from the next. So even I cannot be sure if my understanding of mechanical life forms is going to be of any use to our little crab friend here. Karkata.
Oh, he's so
Can you all
sad.
go outside for a minute? I need a bit of space. Before I do a thorough check, everything we've just said is but conjecture.
Okay.
All right. We're counting on you, Madame Farazan.
It's a robot. Look at him. Look at him. It's our boy. Hi.
Who knew that I'd encounter a mechanical life form in this manner after 100 years?
I love him. I still love him so much. Even after all this time. I wish we got pictures from the story quests of everyone. So like we got a picture like with the robot or something with Tainari, and we got like pictures and whatnot of some of the other like hanging out with D-Luke or whatnot. I just want pictures with some of the really cool 5-star characters that I could put up on my wall. What are you thinking, Kale?
I didn't know mechanical life forms could get sick too. You have to get better soon, Karkata.
Oh, I love Kale. She's so cute.
We'll wait here till Farazan finishes her inspection. In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about her.
I also wanted to talk to you about her.
Her past,
Ask you
huh?
about her. About her past.
Quite a few people in the academia know about what happened to her. Perhaps it'd be best if I'm the one to tell you.
Oh?
I've told you before that she had disappeared for 100 years, right? From her perspective, trapped might be a more apt description.
Trapped?
Her exact words were,
That ruin was crawling with traps and coded inscriptions from wall to wall. I did all I could to decipher the code and deactivate the traps to escape the ruin, but there was no way out. I lost track of time and I ran out of pen and paper. In the end, I had to use stone shards to write on the walls and on the floor to decipher the code.
Damn. Girl was thinking like cave stone era.
Then, before I
Cave
realized
stone?
it,
Stone age.
I
There we
ran
go.
out of
That's
space
the
on the walls and floor. I had to calculate all the possibilities in my mind.
Oh, that's awful. Wait, so she was trapped in a cave with like mechanisms and whatnot? That is awful.
After that, my memory started to become fuzzy, and my cognition slowed down.
Oh.
She doesn't remember anything else, including the location of the ruin and how she finally managed to escape.
Damn.
When she was found in the outskirts of Sumeru a few years ago, she looked exactly the same as she did 100 years prior. However, she was in a stupor and struggled to form sentences. Only after a lengthy recovery period could she speak again. The academia speculates that she must have gotten trapped in an unknown ruin while researching machines a century ago.
Hmm.
And because of the ruin's special properties that halted her aging, she was able to use those 100 years to crack the trapping mechanism and then escape. Though she had
I mean,
finally
that is
broken
a
free,
long time.
100 years had passed. Everyone she knew and everyone who knew her was already gone. In the end,
Damn.
even the academia had to rely on century-old records in the Akasha to confirm her existence.
Damn. Akasha? Wait. I thought that was destroyed. Or am I thinking of something different? I thought because Rukkhadevata wasn't around anymore that the Akasha was never invented. Am I wrong? And I see, don't you dare come with that bullshit of like, who? I'm asking an actual question here. Oh my god, I see! I'm actually like, okay, was the Akasha made by you know who, or was it? Am I wrong? Is my brain just dumb? Well, that's, yes, duh, my brain is dumb. But also, am I dumb? Does my brain just not work? You realize that the Akasha was still made. Oh, but everyone just thinks it was Nahida made it before. She lost her memories and turned tiny. Hehehe. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense then.
Don't make that face. I'm not telling you this because I want to drum up sympathy. She wouldn't want others to pity her because of past events. Rather, she sees that period of entrapment as an experimental error.
Huh.
As a researcher, she must accept everything that results from her experiments, even if they don't fall within
Events are still the same,
expectations.
like with
Even
Wanderer.
after going through so much, she's
With you.
returned to Sumeru and still hasn't given up on her research.
Okay. Thank
Due
you,
to
Icy.
changes over the years and drift in academic subjects, she holds some rather strong opinions about the current academia, and she has no shortage of detractors herself. What I want to say is that no matter what era we're in, Farazan is a true senior researcher in
She's
every
a
sense of
boomer.
the word. She has her own deep understanding of various ruins and machines. If there's a chance, you should talk about them with her. It'll definitely be helpful for your journey.
I see.
Master, Madame Farazan's done.
I'm so confused who you're
Oh,
talking about.
Let's head over. With any luck, she might have figured something out.
I have Paige. Paige knows who I'm talking about.
I never thought that I'd encounter a restitution module once again after 100 years. Abatui really installed quite a few impressive things on this. If my guess is correct,
Also,
this
why do
mechanical
we still
life form has
remember
displayed
Rukkhadevata?
attempts at self-sustenance before, right? Such as collecting parts to repair itself, for instance?
It has collected parts before, yes.
It used them for something else, but as far as its design goes, it does have a function like that.
I knew it. If I'm not wrong, Karkata's issue lies with its restitution module. Abatui's modified this module extensively, but the core parts and design philosophy are very similar to the principles as I know them. They are all based on principles learned from the ruins.
From the ruins?
The creators of the Ruins machine once tried to create a perpetual mechanism that could replace life or even surpass it. The restitution module is the result of one of their countless attempts. It replicates the behavior of living things to achieve a self-repair function. However, the energy required in maintenance of the module became an issue.
Oh.
Energy consumption? Maintenance? For example, a living
Bananas?
thing's heart can deliver nutrients and blood to various organs. However, the bigger the living thing, the more powerful the heart needs to be. Once the heart is damaged, it'll be hard for that living thing to heal itself, and even the function of other organs can be affected. Thus, the attempt wasn't widely adopted. Even 100 years ago, I'd only seen it once before. Oh dear, this is going to be a problem.
Why is that?
Based on my current research, I'll need to swap out the damaged parts in the restitution module to repair Karkata. But like I just
Karkata, my
said,
beloved.
the module is rare, even by the standards of ancient machines. Not only that, but there is very little related research documentation available. Finding suitable parts would be like trying to find a single gear in the vast desert, to say nothing of the difficulty in making those parts from scratch. One can only wonder where Abatui found the original parts.
I might have an idea. Abatui was, for a time, quite passionate about excavating the Great Red Sand. This was when he had just gotten expelled from the academia.
Great Red
You
Sand?
mean to say he found a restitution module in the desert? Oh, that is indeed possible.
But the desert's huge. How are we supposed to find the parts that Karkata needs?
According to the Academia's records, no similar parts have been found in the Great Red Sand over the past 100 years. If we want to try our luck, we'll have to explore ruins that have never been explored before.
I do know that a Vahumana researcher formed an expedition team after the sandstorms and earthquakes subsided. They are now exploring areas of the desert that used to be difficult to access.
Should we ask them if they've made any new discoveries lately?
The chances are slim, but it's at least more effective than running around like headless chickens.
Where is the archaeology team currently stationed?
His name is Raid. I think he's stationed at the northeast part of the Hypostyle Desert. Let's go look for him once Karkata settles down.
Oh, you and Kale should probably stay. Karkata's condition may be stable, but it would still be better if some of us stay to look after it. Besides, you still need to take care of the trouble that the Academia left for me.
Trouble from the Academia? I thought you said that you pawned it off to someone else. Wait. Don't tell me.
I'll let Kale fill you in on the details. I look forward to seeing your work, Tainari.
Farazan, my beloved. Wow. Tainari just, like, snapped his neck over.
A fully automated irrigation system. That's quite the task.
Master, can I help with anything at all? I can go buy things, prepare pen and paper.
Oh, you know, I seem to remember that you have a lot of homework today.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I do.
Aww.
Well, hurry up and finish it so you can sleep early, or Farazan will worry. That's the best thing you can do now to help.
Oh, okay.
I also love that the entire time the Traveler literally is just like staring off into space. They're totally not there at all. Like they're just not there. There is no thoughts behind those eyes. Oh shit. Oh. 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 Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to fight that thing. Or not, it looks
What is
broken.
this?
He's nuts.
Halt! Mr. Raid's permission is required to proceed any further.
She's a researcher from the academia.
That still won't do. Mr. Raid told us to keep people away from the ruins so they don't damage the site.
Damage the site? I've excavated more ruins than you've visited restaurants. Which batch of students is Raid from? I want to see him right now.
He isn't at the campsite now. You should all leave. Only he can give you permission to enter.
Okay, where is he?
What a stubborn guy.
We can't just waste our time like this. Let's wait for that research to come back first. Can't just waste our time like this.
You're right. Even if there is new information, we still have to wait for him to come back so we can ask him about it. So let's just see what we can find out from the people here. I'm going to give that Raid a good talking to when he gets back. Starting from who in the world mentored you?
Oh, wait, Paige. She's on top of my computer now. What are you doing? Paige, what are you doing? Here, would it be better if I adjust myself?
1, 2, breathe.
Come on, Paige.
3, 4.
No? No, you're good? Well, then you have to come back. Come on, come snuggle. She's being fussy. Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Halt! Mr. Wright.
Oh, fuck off.
That machine looks amazing. Could it be the legendary Ruin Wanderer? The location
Look
seems
at
to
the
fit too.
fox.
Might
Look
that
at
legend
him.
actually be true?
What legend? Look at the. Oh, I'm sorry! No, I scared him! Oh, I'm so sad now. No! I scared him. Is there anything I can do on me? I want to catch one of these birds. I've been wanting to for a while now. Shit! I fucked it up so bad! Oh wow, that was such a bad fuck up. Wow. I'm good at the video game. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm good at the
Ruins.
video game?
Don't know anything. We were only hired to deliver water and supplies to them.
Forget
No.
excavation. They won't even let us get close to the camp where they're staying.
Well, where are they staying? Hello, man. What's up?
This area used to be ravaged by frequent sandstorms, but it's been calm lately for some reason. They say that this was done by a single traveler? But seriously, is such a thing even humanly possible?
Lucky for you, I'm not human. I'm a panda. After looking around, Farzan starts to organize.
I found out everything I could. Is there anything that stands out to you?
This machine they speak of, storms dispersing, fired bird.
Ruin Wanderer. That's the first time I've heard that name. But that wreckage did seem a bit weird.
What's so weird about it?
It's a bit far away, and I can't really say for sure from this distance. Perhaps we should ask the villager from before about the legend first.
Agreed.
Huh? What are you guys doing back here?
I want to learn more about the legend of the Ruined Wanderer.
I wouldn't blame you for not knowing about it, youngsters. After all, it's a
You
tale
youngsters?
that's over a decade old.
Woo!
It's said that this monster, the Ruin Wanderer, traversed through various ruins for centuries. Many adventurers had claimed to see it while exploring.
Interesting, okay.
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it wandered the ruins.
Interesting.
Then, about 10 years ago, we stopped hearing any news about it in Sumeru. No one has seen it since then, and the legend has since faded into memory.
Damn. Interesting, okay.
You youngsters probably don't know about the Ruin Wanderer nowadays, but it was famous for centuries.
Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Wait, back then?
Oh yeah, she's over 100 years old. Don't
Indulge my
mind her.
curiosity for a moment. Why do you think that wreckage is the Ruin Wanderer?
Well, I had also heard that secondhand from...
You heard that nonsense from the Eremites after they got drunk, right?
Who are you?
Madam Faruzan, it is a pleasure. I'm Raid, the one who organized this archaeological expedition.
Right there.
I'd heard of you
Ding,
at the academia,
ding.
but I didn't expect to run into you here.
You can't see it, but
Truly, it is an honor.
you can, here. I'm gonna make you disappear, real quick, chat.
And this must
Ding.
be the
Ah.
famous traveler, I presume.
Ding.
What brings the two of you here?
Thing. I want thing. I want thing.
Have you found any special contraptions and relics in the ruins that you've been investigating?
I'm ashamed to say that we haven't found anything noteworthy, even though we've been investigating for a while now.
Interesting, okay.
Really? That Ruin Wanderer isn't noteworthy to you?
I'm afraid those are mere rumors. Really, I sometimes
Yeah,
wish that
rumors.
those people would put as much effort into their work as they do into gossip.
You're right, sir.
Damn.
I'll get back to
Get
work.
called out.
The wise do not buy into rumors, so it is said. I believe that you too, Madam Faruzan, do not put any stock into such baseless talk.
It is also said that real knowledge shall come from practice. I can help you research the
True.
excavated relics and see if I can find out anything new about them. You can take credit for any new discoveries. I believe this offer to be sufficiently attractive.
In truth, I could ask for nothing better than your help with our research. However, you two must be tired after a long journey. I'd feel bad if I set you to work immediately.
No, it's fine.
It's getting late and my subordinates and I are heading back to the camp to rest. Why don't you find a place to spend the night first?
So right
we can
beside
continue our
it.
discussion tomorrow. There are tents over there that the villagers occasionally use to rest. The condition is a bit simple, yes, but I hope you won't mind.
Since
I've
you
been
need to
worse.
rest as well, let's do just that.
Wait, so can I approach it now? Can I approach it now? Can I approach it now? Can I approach it
Faster?
now?
Okay, faster.
Will this bastard let me approach it now? You motherfucker!
Mr. Raid's
Yeah, whatever. Fuck you.
Faster.
I can do whatever the fuck
Okay,
I want.
faster.
Taking my anger out on these whores. Also, why is white iron so much easier to get? Are we going over here? Okay. I dibs this tent. This is my tent. I'm gonna get bit by a snake. I'm gonna get bit by a danger noodle.
This is quite far away.
Aether, thank you
Trying
so.
to prevent the
That's
villagers from eavesdropping on them.
hush.
This suits us just
Stop
fine,
it.
though. This way, they won't overhear our
First
conversation.
one, stop. Anyways, hello, it is. I hope you're all having a wonderful time zone, wherever it may be. We crashed. Oh no, you stream crashed. Oh, Aether, I'm so sorry. Oh no. I hope you. Internet go burr. Also, OBS go burr. People pat Aether. People pat. Oh, I'm so sorry. What were you playing? I saw earlier arson. It was like a little candle thing. It looked cool. It happened 3 times? Little Inferno. Yeah, that's the game. But 3 times? Holy shit. That's a lot. Aether, I'm so sorry. I hope you're good. Damn. The dirty sus affair will never happen. Do I want to know? Do I want to know? I'm kind of scared. Anyways, I hope you had a good stream. Aether, if you need to raid and run, feel free to raid and run if you need to. No smile. I hate that. I dislike that. Oh my god. 3 crashes. Oh no. Oh no, that's so sad. I'm so sorry, Aether. Anyways, yeah. What I'm doing, Raiders, is I'm currently hanging out with this boomer of a character. She might not look like it, but she's over 100 years old. She got trapped and she became ageless. And now she's over 100. Yeah, we're doing something. What a boomer. That's what I've been saying. She's such a fucking boomer. Her favorite book was in a fucking antique store. It wasn't even in the bookstore. Like, girl, please. Damn.
Now, I have my suspicions about this archaeological expedition team and that machine wreckage. I only caught a quick glimpse, and it was from a distance. But based on the condition of the armor and joints, it didn't seem like something that had been lying around for centuries. At most, I'd estimate that it only stopped moving about a dozen years ago.
A dozen. What's a dozen? Are we talking like a baker's dozen, or are we talking like a normal dozen? Because that's 12. At least to my knowledge. Bitches boo like Hatsune Miku. I mean, that is what she's referred to in the community. Someone's about to have dirty sus affair. That sounds like super unironically. A dozen years ago.
The timing coincides with the spreading of the legend.
Tarzan.
Now, assuming that it really is the Ruin Wanderer,
Dog.
how do you suppose it was able to maintain a relatively good condition despite high-intensity operation over the course of several decades?
We're also in a desert, so there's a lot of sand. Does that count as dirt? I don't know. I'm going to have the dirtiest sus affair. I picked up dog from who knows where. Why are you taking the dog? He's just a good boy. Leave him alone. Set him back down. Let him stand on his 4 legs. The restoration module.
That's right. Technically speaking, the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before.
You've seen such life forms before? You've encountered others besides Kartarata? I know. I'm so sorry. This jerk is probably running. It's gonna run forever. That is all good.
Well, this was over 100 years ago. It was a machine about the same size as Karkata, actually. It couldn't carry heavy objects or fight.
Karkata
and was
is
only
beloved
able
robot.
to help me record some notes. It also helped me deliver letters home. I
Ooh.
found it near the desert, which is why I wondered if there might be more restitution modules buried around here.
A mechanical life form from 100 years ago is no longer around?
Honestly, people in ancient times might have already solved the problem of providing enough power for all I know. I'll need to research this properly.
Why didn't you go investigate earlier?
Had I confronted Raid right there and then, he would have said that he couldn't tell that the machine was special. Then he'd just hand it over to the Academia obediently, and he'd get away scot-free. If the wreckage were to be handed to the Academia, it'd be much tougher for us to do research on it or get spare parts for Karkata.
Oh.
Anyway, we should figure
She's
out what they're
using
planning
her
before
big
making
brain.
our next
Okay.
move. They insisted that we should stay the night, which means if they're trying to pull a fast one on us, they're likely to try tonight. We must be vigilant.
Infinity is a person in Genshin. No, Karkata is a
Are
robot.
those sounds coming from the excavation site? I knew they wouldn't be able to wait. They must
Those
be scared that we might discover
motherfuckers.
something tomorrow. Not a single person guarding the campsite. This must be quite the manpower expenditure. I'll see if they left any clues behind at their camp. Keep watch and help me
I
stall them
know.
if it comes to that,
I'm
would you?
pronouncing the name Karkata because that's a robot's name. No problem.
All right. I'm counting on you.
Oh, she's watching camp. Okay, so I gotta go beat some ass for a quick second. Okay, hold on. Dongisha, I gotta go do this real quick. I'll probably get in the zone, so I probably won't talk, and I'm sorry if I don't.
Why isn't the tent here yet? We need to switch it out tonight.
The tent?
It's still on the way. I'm afraid this is the first time we're delivering such a huge one.
You good-for-nothings are just a load of trouble, aren't you?
Yes.
We wouldn't have to deal with these interlopers if you had kept those lips of yours from flapping. Hurry up and hide our current tent and deliver the new one to me tonight, no matter what it takes.
Huh? Who's there?
It's me.
I'm sorry. I'm just a bit upset because my subordinates aren't doing their jobs properly. When did you get here?
What's this delivery? I hear you're having
It's
trouble with.
nothing. Just a tent. We didn't pack up all our tents from the last campsite. Some of them, along with a few people, have been left there. Someone damaged our current tent, so I'm trying to get my subordinates to get one from that previous campsite delivered here.
And you're discovering it over here because...
The relics in the ruins are highly valuable, so I'm worried that treasure hoarders and bandits might try to steal them. Since the tent isn't here yet and I can't fall asleep, I came here to patrol.
There are people who'd steal these... There are people who'd steal these relics? What?
These things are
No.
antiques after all. There will always be people interested in buying them. I hired so many people precisely because I was worried about that happening. Speaking of which, I'd like to ask, is the Academia really aware that you've traversed through the desert to come here in the middle of the night? Also, where's Farazan? Why isn't she with you?
She's asleep. I went on a stroll.
I'm right here.
Oh, never mind.
Also, you forgot to address me as Madam.
Oh, boy. You've angered the teacher now.
Sorry, Madam Farazan.
He
You were all
doesn't
making
know
so
who
much
I
noise
am.
that I couldn't sleep, which is why I got the Traveler to find out what was going on. But for some reason, that one task took forever.
Oh,
So I came
no.
to check in on the situation.
I'm very
It was only
sorry
30
for disturbing
seconds.
your rest. I'll tell my subordinates to be quieter on patrol.
Oh, no.
Good. Come on, Traveler. Let's head back.
Heading back already?
Yes, we came to check out the situation, didn't we? Well, we've already done that. We should get better rest so that we'll have energy to investigate tomorrow.
Okie dokie. Was I mistaken? Was what mistaken? Can I get close to it? The wreckage of the huge machine remains motionless. Did it move? Did it move and I didn't see? Am I gonna have to fight another giant robot? I wouldn't be surprised. I've already had to fight a bunch of these things before. This is a big wall. Just a big old wall. Apparently I don't have to kick ass, which is lame as fuck. I was so ready to kick some ass. I was so down for it. Apparently no, I can't kick some ass because some people are just arrogant little pricks and don't want to share their big boy
Thanks
toys.
for dealing with them. Now, I found something
Oh,
good on
sound
my
good.
end. These are the excavation records from their campsite.
Oh?
According to them, the ruins have been raided before, with numerous traps and contraptions having already been triggered. I also observed the wreckage up close earlier. The weathering is nowhere near as extensive as on the relics that have been buried for over 100 years.
That was the shit that she was
There's
trapped
no
in. Calling
doubt
it
that
now.
the wreckage and the ruins don't belong to the same era.
Calling it now.
Instead, it must have wandered into the ruins about a dozen years ago.
Dozen
It could have
years
fallen
ago.
into a trap or encountered a glitch within the ruins, remaining stationary like that until it was discovered recently. However, I still don't know why they'd want to hide it. I have no doubt that the researcher could definitely reach the same conclusion I did. The last few pages of the excavation records are written in code, which I still need time to decipher.
Can you
The
decipher?
answer may lie within those pages.
Sorry. Girl, you need therapy. You think there's therapy in Genshin? Almost all the characters need therapy. Especially our girl Kale. Our girl Kale really needs therapy. Oh boy, our girl Kale. Our lovely girl Kale, she really needs therapy. She really need it. She really need it. But yeah, there's one character I can name off the top of my head, and only one character I can name off the top of my head that doesn't need therapy. And she has a giant teddy bear, and she is on my team. You can decipher coded messages? Of course you can. She's
It's just
100.
wordplay. And if anything, that's
She's
my
over-
wheelhouse.
That's the house. Yeah, I was about to say, that's also the house she's from. There's also the Darshan she's
more.
also fucking from.
Ah, I see now.
Help! Please help! Why are you running away? Come back! Protect me!
Oh, it's time to kick
What's
ass.
that sound? Is it?
Your mom?
The Ruin Wanderer? Reactivated?
Whoa.
That's impossible! Is this the work of some kind of hidden mechanism?
Probably.
Never mind.
Nails.
We have to focus on
She
saving
has her nails
lives
painted.
first. I'll cover them. You go stall the Ruin Wanderer.
Oh, apparently I don't kick ass.
What? It ignored the Traveler?
Why is it chasing after us?
What could have caused it to reactivate? And to give chase?
Darn it! Hey, come on, you lot! It's clear that we can't escape, so let's just attack it!
Oh, let's just attack it. Oh, there it goes down again. Aw.
It stopped?
Duh.
Hey, you guys, get up there and tell me what's going on!
But what if it suddenly moves?
You
Leroy Jenkins.
nothings! Why is everyone I hired so useless? Move! I'll do it myself.
Oh no.
Looks like this thing's parts can't handle the load of functioning anymore after years of disrepair. When it first reactivated, I was wondering if it'd be as amazing as the legends had pegged it to be. I didn't expect it to be so much weaker than it looks. How disappointing.
Disappointing, you say? Now, is that because you won't be able to sell it for much?
Farusan, you may be my senior as an academia researcher, but that doesn't mean you get to slander me.
Yeah,
You
whatever.
wrote
Like,
these excavation records, did you not? Or perhaps calling it a ledger might jog your memory a bit better.
perhaps calling it a ledger.
I don't recognize that thing.
Ahem. January 3rd, excavated 5 tents. January 5th, 3 tents sold.
The
January
legends
10th,
picked it.
one special tent pre-sold. It must quickly be switched out with an old tent.
So, tent is your code name for relics. He's selling artifacts. Who do you think he's selling it to?
You're supposed to be an archaeological expedition team, and yet here you are, secretly selling the relics.
Those are big
and
rocks in the
profiting from it.
background.
When you believed that you had found the wreckage of the
Look
Ruin
at all of them
Wanderer,
flying
you tried
by.
to switch in wreckage that you had excavated
Look at all of them
previously to
go.
pull the wool over the Academia's eyes. After all,
Oh,
there would
no.
probably be many wealthy buyers interested in purchasing the legendary Ruin Wanderer in the black market, yes? And then we arrived just before you could finish your work. That forced you to speed up your plan, and you tried to complete the switch overnight before I could investigate the wreckage. In your haste,
Congrats,
however,
Aether, on
you
being first.
accidentally activated the Ruin Wanderer instead. Did I get that all right?
Oh no!
I don't know what you're talking about.
You lack the
Rabbity, hi
curiosity
Rabbity. I
befitting
hope
a
you're
man
having a
of knowledge,
wonderful time.
Nor
So
do you have
whatever
respect for
it's
mechanical life
maybe.
forms. You're not fit to be a researcher.
You're not fit to be a
Ridiculous.
researcher.
Curiosity? Respect? I'm not here to hear you preach. Hey, we're leaving.
Mr. Aid!
Behind you?
Uh-oh.
Ah! Ah!
He got a taste of a robot.
Why is it moving again? Run!
Tarzan, watch out!
Some said that it was like a giant, while others said that it was like a beast. However, none knew why it
I'm
wandered
doing
the
good. We're
ruins.
just hanging out with a
Technically
100-year-old
speaking,
boomer.
the module shouldn't be able to move such a large machine chassis. However, I'm basing my knowledge on the mechanical life forms I've seen before. Centuries? Impossible. I heard nothing about it back then. It could only have been around for a few decades at most.
Why is it chasing after us?
So you've been looking for me this whole time?
Oh, I do a heckin' meal. Aww.
Long time no see to Mimi.
She has a buddy. Wait. She had buddy. Oh my god. She had a friend. I told you not to. Now look, so many people worried, even Tommy. The messy scribblings has been repeatedly cancelled and edited, leaving barely legible phrases and single neat messages at the back. Hurry up, come home for a meal. Your mom always makes an extra portion of food, you know. Dear Madame Farazan, the notes and manuscripts we have found on Tommy have been transcribed and organized. Every one of them has been marked with your name. I hope even after 100 years, future generations of students will still remember your name, Madame Farazan. Are these letters from her students? Tommy's remodeling is going smoothly. As it is now, we can learn how to deal with the various dangerous situations with the ruins on its own. It can learn. I wish you could see it with your own eyes. As I worked, I kept thinking that you'd do a better job than I could. After all, you're the most exceptional student I've ever met. Aww. Aww. Aww.
Faster.
Oh, big guy.
Okay, faster.
Aww. I can sit on the rock? I sit on the rock. Oh, that's so sad. Farazan. Aww. Oh, Farazan.
Dear
Farazan.
Farazan, I hope you're doing well.
I didn't.
It has been
There you
over
go.
20 years since you went missing. People from the academia keep telling us to give up and that you're most likely dead. But
I'm gonna
somehow,
cry.
I feel like you're still alive. Yes, that you live still in some corner of this world. You've always been persistent, able to shine no matter what situation you face. I believe that this persistence serves you well in surviving and finding your way home. Unfortunately, I likely won't be able to welcome you home when you do. I don't have much time left, and my reflexes have slowed. Others keep telling me to stop exploring ruins. Only Tamimi is still the same as before, always running off to places which you've been to. Your teacher and friends came up with an idea to remodel Tamimi so it can search for you in our place. You didn't like coming home back then and would always get Tamimi to send a letter back. Now we're leaving a letter with Tamimi. I wonder if it'll ever be delivered to you. I don't know the answer to that question, but if you ever read this letter, I hope it'll be when you've already found your way home. I regret not being able to say this to you myself, but I'll still feel sincerely happy for you, my dear daughter.
Oh, that was
Welcome home, Faruzan. Look at you, Tamimi. You've changed so much after all these years. Thank you for waiting for me all this time. I've safely received the letters. Your work is done now. You can sleep.
Don't make me cry over a robot again. No! Oh fuck, don't make me cry over a robot again. It's a fucking robot. I just met it. It's a giant piece of metal. Why? Panda, why? No! First Tainari's storyline, and then this. No! Why are robots my weakness? That's...
Tamimi, the mechanical life form I encountered back then. When I would go on expeditions, it would follow me, take notes for me, and send my letters home. When I met with that accident, it was on the way to deliver a letter for me. I once thought that I'd never get to see it again. I didn't expect my teacher and others to remodel its self-repair function, upgrading it to self-learning. And so, in order to plumb the depths of unknown ruins and overcome dangerous traps, it repaired and modified itself using parts it found along the way. One decade of wandering became many, and soon, Tamimi, which used to be incapable of even moving heavy objects, became the Ruin Wanderer. All so it could deliver these last letters from them to me.
Aww. Even though they had all passed on, they still prayed for your safe return. I'm going to fucking cry! No! Tamimi.
The strain to support such a huge body must have turned out to be too much for your heart, right?
Tamimi.
Even after the remodeling, its restitution module still can't function perfectly in perpetuity.
I forgot you're Canadian
It's
again.
been pushing itself beyond its limits over the past few decades. Just like a living being, mechanical
I got that
life
maple
forms have a
syrup running
limited
through my
lifespan.
veins.
It probably became trapped in the ruins all those years ago because its shelf life had run out. It most likely only reactivated because it detected my presence.
I live
And
in
then
an
it
igloo in a
mustered up
cardboard
everything it had
box.
to
You
deliver
can't
that
defeat
last
me.
letter. Now, it can finally rest in peace.
3 gravity points, hell yeah. I will treasure them.
Tainari told you what happened to me, right?
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. It's not like this incident is a secret in the academia.
Pog.
Besides, I've always treated it as a failed experiment. As a researcher, I must accept this result.
It's not failed
However,
though, but you
finding out that
created
so many
life,
people
though.
were
No.
affected by my failure does make me feel somewhat conflicted. Can you head back to Pardistii first? We've been here for a while,
I'm gonna
and it's best not to make Kale and the rest worry.
No.
As for me, I want to stay with Tamimi for a bit longer. Just a bit.
I am going to cry. Oh. Hey, Farzan. Farzan's head hangs low in silence. The desert breeze gales of wind. And the only sound that can be heard is the scattering rise of spreading grains. No! No! Why? I'm gonna fight Hoyoverse. How dare they make me almost cry over a fucking robot again? How dare they? How dare they? I will fight them. And they will be sorry. And I will scream and shout and let it all out, but just not into the microphone. 'Cause that's a bad thing for people's ears. Anything around me.
Faster? Okay, faster.
I'm gonna fight the end. Wait, no, wait. Robo Boy! Is he okay? Tainari! Is he okay?
You're back!
Hi.
Ah, how was your journey through the desert? Wait, where's Madame Farazan?
Tell the whole truth. Tell the whole truth. Tell everyone everything that happened in the desert.
Oh no. She finally got to reunite with an old friend from 100 years ago.
I'm gonna
But
cry.
As a researcher, she could perhaps accept it. However, as a friend, student, and a daughter, we should give her some time. Let's just wait for her here. And in the future, I hope that we can be here to support her as her new friends.
Aww. Aww. My buddy. Pat. I love you so much, buddy. You don't know how much I fucking love you. You made me fucking cry. You were the first thing I cried at in a fucking video game. You definitely won't be the last, but I love you so much, buddy. I hope you don't go anywhere. I will cry if you die. I will just cry. I will simply just shed so many tears. You have to wait until the next day, so it's... Alright, I'm gonna head out and take care. Sillies. Alright, Aether, have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Wherever it may be. And I wish you luck on whatever you're doing, and also sleep. Have a good sleep. If you are going to sleep. Yeah. Bye.
I'm back! What? Is there to be no welcoming party?
We're all crying.
We've all been waiting for you, Madame Farazan.
That's more like it. Now, here are some components I brought back from the desert. Switch these out with the ones Karkata is using right now, and it'll be back in ship shape. Huh? Why do you all look so solemn? Come now. Liveliness befits youngsters more.
Madame Farazan, did these parts come from...
Come now. I thought that you must have encountered some major problem. This isn't something you have to worry about. Well, it looks like you already know everything.
Wait!
But
That
no
actually
need
might
to
be
feel
good!
bad.
No, wait,
Like
hold
I
on.
said before, as researchers, we must learn to accept our failures. Tamimi had been operating beyond capacity for a century, and I'm unable to repair it with my current abilities. Not even with these parts. It would thus be much better to use them to extend Karkata's lifespan. As a senior, it is only right that I do something for the people who come after me. That holds true for both researchers
But you're gonna
and
live on
machines.
for much longer than any of us. You can't
Besides,
age.
I didn't say that I would be giving you these parts for free. They will only be used for Karkata temporarily. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to help me with my research. I'll be sure to revive Tamimi once I've fully deciphered and replicated the creations of the ancient
Tamimi's
civilization.
gonna be around?
All right, I'll do my best to help.
Tamimi!
Me too. Although, I'm not sure if I'll be much help.
I'll help too.
Thank you. If they could remodel Tamimi successfully even back then, there's no reason why we won't be able to do even better. And when that day comes, I'll be sure to say, welcome home, Tamimi.
I don't have time for another, because I'm going down fast, but that. I'm gonna cry. I'm screaming, ah! Better move. You better dance. I think I'm gonna have to call it there. I'm running low on steam. I'm gonna cry. I'm. I woke up feeling today like I had already. Like, you know how when you cry and you feel like. And you go to bed like after, and then you wake up and you're like, I felt like I cried, and now. And I'm just super tired because I felt like I cried. Yeah, that's how I've been feeling all day. So, this. Now I feel like I'm actually gonna cry, and that's not good. uh, let's see. Uh, I don't want to go to the starting screen. We'll go to the ending screen because the ending screen is cool. I'll mute the game. Mute the game. Transition. Wait, continue where song left off. I think the only thing I really have to say at the end of this, or like the one big thing I have to say that's been on my mind, I might. So in September, I wish I had announced it sooner, and I'll probably announce it in the Discord. In September, I'm probably gonna end up taking a break from streaming. Period. Until I'm able to get settled in, to school and whatnot again, and then we'll go from there after that. Uh, yeah. With that, let's see who we can raid. Well, I think I'm gonna send you all to Sneak, who is currently playing Grounded. Let's see where he's playing Grounded with great gameplay. So my, with a cranky crew. Holy shit! So yeah, I'm gonna send you all over there. Shut up, phone. Yeah. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your time zone, wherever it may be. And I will see you all in the next stream. Adios, amigos. Bye!